Please. Buenas then half a day, then mananasizus to each and every one of you here. Um, Thank you for joining us at your Guam Congress building with the 37th Guam Legislature. We're here to do a very, very special resolution, which is resolution number 533-37 LS, is introduced by myself, Speaker Therese Terlaje, Senator Lujan, Senator Agustin, Senator Joanne Brown, Senator Will Parkinson, and of course the rest of the members of the legislature. And it was this resolution, ladies and gentlemen, to the listening audience, is relative to recognizing Ishigami Rumiko, Consul-General of Japan in Hagåtña, Guam, for her contributions to strengthening the diplomatic, cultural, and economic ties between Guam and Japan, and commending her with a sincere appreciation from the people of Guam for her efforts in fostering cross-cultural exchanges and economic collaborations, and her support for a peaceful Pacific region. I just want to say, colleagues, and to the listening audience, that since Consul General's arrival in April of 2023, she has fostered collaboration in tourism, education, and cultural exchange, while also supporting the Japan-U.S. alliance and promoting peace in the Indo-Pacific region. Her leadership in hosting cultural events and enhancing Guam's economic landscape exemplifies her dedication to Japan, the United States, and Guam, and we extend our heartfelt gratitude for her service and commitment to building bridges of friendship and cooperation between our people. You know, usually when we present resolutions, we usually summarize it to that extent, but I think it's fitting, since the good Consul General will be leaving us soon, that we have our colleagues read the resolution that has been written. And I'll go ahead and start with our senior senator with me, Senator Joanne Brown, and they'll each read. I'd like my colleagues to at least read because it's, no, just run.
The two of us are the most senior senators. How did that happen? Be it resolved by many gentisiti na legislatura en Guahan, whereas in the sense of a legislature in Guahan to recognize the contributions and achievements of distinguished diplomats whose work strengthens international relations, and it is a custom of a legislature in Guahan to commend those diplomats who have dedicated themselves to faithfully serving the interests of our island and fostering cooperation with the global community. And whereas such a distinguished diplomat as Mrs. Ishigami Rumiko, who assumed her role as Consul General of Japan in Hagåtña, Guam on April 25, 2023. And since then, she has demonstrated an unwavering commitment to fostering positive relations between Japan and Guam through various initiatives aimed at cultural, diplomatic, and economic collaboration. And whereas under her leadership, the Office of the Consul General of Japan has assisted with cleanup activities at South Pacific Memorial Park, symbolizing the shared respect between the people of Guam and Japan for the memories of those affected by World War II, and the preservation of significant historical sites. And
whereas Mrs. Ishigami has worked diligently to meet with Guam's leaders, including members of the Guam Legislature, the Governor's Office, the Guam Washington Delegate Office, and the Guam Visitors Bureau, to discuss the continued collaboration between Japan and Guam in the areas of tourism, the economy, education, and cross-cultural exchanges, enhancing the mutual benefits of these partnerships. And whereas in her efforts to further strengthen the Japan-U.S. alliance, Consul General Ishigami engaged with military leaders to discuss the security alliance between Japan and the United States, emphasizing the importance of maintaining a safe, secure, peaceful, and prosperous Pacific region. And whereas Ms. Ishigami participated in the significant presentation ceremony at the Guam Museum, where Sergeant Shiochi Yokoi's pottery collection was donated from Yokoi's Museum in Japan, deepening the cultural ties and shared history between Japan and Guam.
Senator Will?
Whereas Mrs. Ishigami met with representatives of the Guam Nikkei Association to discuss the promotion of relations with the Nikkei community in Guam, emphasizing the shared heritage and the important role of the Japanese diaspora in the cultural landscape of the island. And whereas Consul-General Ishigami also coordinated the hosting of Japan Sunday, a cultural event at Micronesia Mall, where Guam residents were able to experience Japanese culture through performances, demonstrations, and interactive experiences. And whereas Mrs. Ishigami's commitment to educational cooperation was further demonstrated when she extended a courtesy call to Dr. Anita Borja Enriquez, president of the University of Guam, to discuss future collaborations between the universities in Japan and UOG, fostering academic exchange and shared learning opportunities.
Senator Agustin?
Whereas Ms. Ishigami organized a U.S.-Japan Friendship Appreciation Reception to honor U.S. military personnel who have served in Japan, recognizing their contribution to the Japan-U.S. alliance and furthering the long-standing bond between the two nations. And whereas under her tenure, the Guam-Japan economic relationship has flourished with the opening of a popular Japan-based store, including Don Don Donki, Daiso, and Matsumoto Kiyoshi in April 2024, contributing to the economic growth and enhancing cultural exchanges through commerce. And whereas a new United Airlines route between Haneda, Japan, and Guam was established, further strengthening tourism and business opportunities between the two regions, a reflection of the deepening ties cultivated by Consul-General Ishigami. And whereas throughout her time in Guam, Consul-General Ishigami has participated in memorials honoring the survivors of World War II, paying her respect at various sites around the island, thereby contributing to the healing and reconciliation efforts between the people of Japan and Guam. Now, therefore,
Be it resolved by Imina 37 na legislaturan Guahan, does hereby, on behalf of the people of Guam, recognize Ishigami Rumiko, Consul General of Japan, in Hagåtña, Guam, for her contributions to strengthening the diplomatic, cultural, and economic ties between Guam and Japan, and commend her with a sincere appreciation from the people of Guam for her efforts in fostering cross-cultural exchanges and economic collaboration, for her support for a peaceful Pacific region, and be it further resolved that the Speaker certify and the Legislative Secretary attest to the adoption whereof, and that copies of the same be thereafter transmitted to Ishigami Rumiko, Consul General of Japan in Hagåtña, Guam, and to the Honorable Lourdes A. Leon Guerrero, Imagahagan, Guahan. Ladies and gentlemen, this was duly and regularly adopted by Imina 37 na legislaturan Guahan on the 23rd day of September 2024. And with that, Consul General, we present this resolution as a token of our appreciation for all that you've done to foster. We wish you a wonderful success on your new journey. We understand you're going to go home for a bit, but thank you for all that you do, even for advocating our relationship with the two islands, but more important, our island nations, but more important with peace, joy, and happiness. So we extend this to you, and have the mic open for you to say a few words if you would like.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Vice Speaker, Senator Parkinson, Senator Joanne Brown, and Senator J.C. Lujan, Senator San Agustin. And, yeah, thank you very much for taking precious time, and also I recognize the Judge Torres. And, thank you. I'm really honored. It's too much for me, actually. And it's not just my work. In fact, I'm assisted by my staff of the consulate to achieve what I was so lucky to have come here. just after COVID, but then, in fact, the island was kind of damaged by Typhoon Mawar and so forth. But then after that, I really admire the resilience of people for recovery efforts, and then I was able to visit all the peace memorials, and then I was able to conduct a lot of cultural events, and I was able to see so many people, and I'm so glad to have received this. And then I will always remember, of course, Guam in my heart, and I will certainly come back in a very short while. I will be going back to Japan, but then I will continue to do my work in the relations between Japan and foreign countries. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This concludes the presentation this morning, and we'll have an official photo up. So thank you very much, everybody, for being here this morning. Si Diyos maasin, si Diyos ang binidisi, am sa todas. Sana maasin.